Ronald Jeffries, 80 years old. I'm born at Crawford, Nebraska, clear up in the northwest corner where it gets cold. I saw it 32 degrees below zero, and mostly farming and ranching company, and some buttes up there, some sheep and cattle. Just played. Well, I mowed yards in the summertime for money to spend because it was depression. In the wintertime, I shoveled snow off from sidewalks. We had a little garden and doing whatever odd jobs I could. And my dad herded sheep out in the country. We got to see him about once a month. And one place we lived at was about half a mile from a little fishing pond in a creek, and we caught fish for our meat all summer long. I guess going out with my dad to herd sheep out there in the pasture with sheep around you, watch them, see that they bedded up right at night, and if the coyotes come around, get up and chase them off with a gun. And that's about all. There's 6 living children. There's 7 children born to my parents, but there's 6 living, and they're all dead but one sister and I now. She lives up at Pea Ridge. She's 3 years younger than I am. Sit around and play games, visit. We did not have television at that time. We did not have a radio, and mostly just sitting around. Played a lot of Monopoly and checkers, carom, done some reading. Walked. We was 2 miles from school. We walked to school, walked home at noon to get our lunch, walked back to school. I walked home at 9. Clothing style, well, the girls were almost always still wearing dresses, knee length or a little better. The boys just dressed in blue jeans and western style and shirts mostly, because it was almost all farmers and ranchers. Started at 8:15 and got out at 3:30. We always started the day after Labor Day, and we got out the last of May. When I started dating, I'd have been 30 years old. Well, I was living in Nebraska and she was down here, so we didn't do much except I made one trip down here to see her, brought furniture when we decided we got married, and she come up there one time and she was sick with a cold, so we didn't do much, just corresponded and telephoned. What was Saturday like? Well, that was a big day for farmers to come in and buy groceries and that, and then there's always usually a big gathering in town in the evenings for music and for singing and dancing, and there wasn't much doing. If it was school, all the football games were on in daytime, but they was usually on Friday, so there wasn't that much going on on Saturdays up there. Of course, that's when I done a lot of my mowing yards. I got married in '62. I'd have been 30. No. We had 4 black students up there from the Army base. Get in the wood or coal for the stoves at night, or make sure that everything was. We did have a few chickens, had a cow I had to milk morning and night and take care of that, and my younger brother had to have goat milk on account of conditions of his stomach, so that was chores we had to take care of them. And I helped neighbors do different chores, getting in wood and fuel. We didn't have natural gas up there, and it was either wood, coal, or kerosene. The first car I owned was in the late 40s, was a 1936 Dodge. From 9 cents a gallon to it got up to 88 cents when I went to the Army. First job was working at the garage as a mechanic's helper, changing tires, grease job, and oil change. I got $35 a week. Grade school, 8th grade to start with up there. When I turned 18, I still had my job at the garage, and I went to working full time. To spend their time wisely, do their best to get what education they can and use it and work and try to make their own way. Can't always be done, but.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.